The Bull Island is great, you know. St Anne's Park is right beside me. But I like the city centre too. I like the variation of shops. I hate shopping centres because each shopping centre is a copy of the other shopping centre. The same shops are there. In the city centre you do get some terrific small shops that are so different from anywhere else, you know. Well, it's a great place to live, and I haven't lived here all my life. I hope to live a wee bit more. I've been married over 30 years, yeah. A life sentence, maybe for my wife. I'm away from home so much she forgot what I looked like. The tradition was that once you became 17 or 18, you would leave home and find work for yourself, and I went to England and I got work in the racing stable there, and then I came back home again and I worked in different jobs. A lot of other people say, you know, all these foreigners coming in, taking our jobs and all the rest of it. They're not taking our jobs, they're creating jobs for the future, and they're paying income tax, and this is helping the economy move along. And they're all very young, talented people, you know. Isn't it just wonderful that you can go into Dublin now and find Indian restaurants and different Chinese and Japanese restaurants, and so this is bound to be good for the country. I mean, I've met really famous people, and they turn out to be the nicest people you'd ever meet, and you'd never think that they would behave like that. I had a great guy in the car once, and on the trip in from the airport he educated me. He talked to me about work-life balance. You don't bring your problems from work home, and you don't bring your home problems into work, and you deal with each one as a separate entity. He told me that stress can kill you as quickly as a bullet, and how to deal with stress. And one of the things he said down, make a list of things that you must do that are pressing on you, that you're often worried about, such as your income tax. And he said, do your income tax every 2 months. Do it, and then at the end of the year it's finished. He had invented duty-free shopping, and he runs every duty-free shop in the world. About 8 years ago I started writing a blog. I would be doing the all night, and I'd come home around 4 or 5 a.m. to go to bed, and I found if I lay down in bed the adrenaline was pumping. My son said, you know, you want to try writing a blog, here's what a blog looks like. And I started to write it, and then it expanded and expanded. I don't know what influence things have when people read it. They may or may not think of it again. I remember at one stage I said I was going to stop writing it, and I got loads of letters in saying that, oh no, don't stop. So I just kept it on, but I didn't post as often as I used to, you know. The writing is just gets off a load off your chest, you know. Therapy. Saves talking to the dog. Well, I try to show people too that the most foolish people can tell you something, you know. People get this idea that because I'm a businessman, I am much cleverer than this taxi driver. Whereas that taxi driver would probably be able to show him 10 or 12 things that he never figured out for himself. I think when you have a reason to get up for the day and so on, that's what keeps you alive. It's when you retire fully and you have nothing in your sights that things get very risky, you know. My name is John McCartney. I've been driving a taxi full-time for about 15 years. About 8 years ago I started writing a blog, and I have over 1,000 posts on it, and it's had more than 1 million hits. I'm 66 years old now, and I'm getting a free bus pass this year. So that means I won't have to drive around in taxis that never show up anymore.